I'm going to give you the 10 rules that changed my trading forever. I'm not talking about stuff I read in the book, I'm not talking about theory, but actual rules I figured out with real money on the line after making every single mistake you can imagine. Some of these are going to feel obvious, but I promise you, knowing a rule and following it are two completely different things. Write these down, screenshot them, whatever you need, because if you can actually stick to all 10 of them, your trading changes. Let's get right into it. Rule number 1. Before I take any trade, and I mean any trade, I know exactly where I'm wrong and exactly where I'm taking profits. My stop loss is set, my target is set before even thinking about touching the order. Most beginners do it backwards. They get excited about a trade, they jump in, and then they figure out the plan after. But that's not trading, that's literally gambling with extra steps. The second you're in a position without a plan, emotions take over. And emotions will always talk you into holding too long, moving your stop loss, or selling at the worst possible moment. So before every trade, I finish this sentence. I am wrong when, and if I can finish it clearly, then I don't take the trade. As simple as that. Rule 2, I don't trade every day, I don't trade every week, I only trade when the market is giving me something to trade. My filter is simple. If SPY or QQQ has the 10-day moving average below the 20-day moving average, I tend to be 100% cash. Because when the market is in a downtrend or a chop, even the best setups fail. You're not fighting one stock, you're fighting the entire market. I know this feels wrong, it feels like you're missing out. But sitting in cash when the conditions are bad is a position. It's actually one of the best positions you can have. The market doesn't owe you a setup. Your job is to wait until it offers you one. Rule 3. I never try to predict what's going to move. I find what's moving, and I trade the continuation. So what I'm looking for is stocks that already made a big move. We're talking 30, 50, 100% runs. Stocks that have proven they have institutional interest behind them. Because when serious money is buying a stock aggressively, it tends to keep going up. And this rules out a lot of things people love to do. Bottom fishing, reversal trades, buying stocks because they look cheap. That's not my game. My entire job is to find the strongest stocks in the strongest sectors, wait for them to consolidate, and trade the next leg up. I'm not trying to find the next big thing. I'm finding the thing that's already big and joining it. Rule 4, and this one probably costs beginners more money than anything else. If I miss the breakout, I miss the trade. I don't chase it. Here's the thing about momentum trading. Your edge exists right at the breakout level. The second the stock is 5 to 10% past that, your risk reward is gone. You're not getting the same trade anymore. You're just buying someone else's profit. My process is simple. I build my watches outside of market hours, I set alerts at the breakout levels, and when the market opens, I let setups come to me. If an alert fires and the stock is already ripping well past my level, I just let it go. Because the traders who last the longest are the ones with the discipline to do nothing. Rule 5, not all setups are the same. And I treat them differently. Before I enter anything, I run through my checklist. Did the stock have a strong prior move? Is the consolidation tight? Is volume drying up? Is the stock surfing the 10 and 20-day moving averages? Is the sector strong? The more boxes I check, the cleaner the setup is. A 5-star setup and a 2-star setup are not the same trade. A 5-star setup gets my full risk, and a 2-star setup, I honestly just rather let it go. I'd rather wait for the best ones than force mediocre trades. This is what turns trading into a process instead of a feeling. And process is the only thing that produces consistency over time. You wouldn't make a major decision without taking it through, so don't enter setups without grading them first. Rule 6, this one is a non-negotiable for me. My position size is never based on how good a setup looks. It's always based on math. Here's how it works. I find my technical stop level, when a trade is getting invalidated. I plug those numbers into my position sizing calculator. It tells me exactly how many shares I can buy, and that's how many shares I buy. No adjustment, no, this one looks good, I'll buy a bit more. None of that. Because sizing up based on convictions is emotion disguised as confidence, and the market will humble you every single time you let that happen. The calculator removes the decision entirely. The numbers tell me what to do, and I do it. Rule 7. Most traders hold the entire position open for more and watch their gains evaporate when it reverses. I used to do it as well. My exit system works like this. When a stock is extended and running, typically 3 to 5 days after entry, I sell about a third of my position into strength. Right when it feels when it could go higher, this is exactly when you sell. At the same time, I move my stop loss to break even. Now, I can't lose on the trade and I already made some money on it. The pressure is completely gone. And then I trail the remaining position using the 10-day moving average. I let the stock tell me when the move is over instead of trying to guess the top. Selling into strength feels wrong every single time, but that feeling is exactly how you know you're doing it right. Rule 8, and this one took me the longest to actually believe. I don't judge my trades by whether they made money or not. I judge them by whether I followed my process. That's it. A trade where I identified the setup correctly, sized properly, put my stop loss at the right level, and then got stopped out, that's a good trade. The market was wrong about my thesis this time. It's okay, it happens. But a trade where I chased an entry, sized too big, and moved my stop loss because I didn't want to lose, even if that trade somehow made me money, That's a bad trade because I got lucky and luck runs out. Over hundreds of trades, the only variable I can actually control is my process. So that's the only thing I measure myself against. Rule 9. This is the one that frees you mentally more than anything else. If I'm watching a stock and it breaks out without me, I don't care. Like genuinely. Because that stock was never mine. I was never in it. My account balance is exactly the same as it was before. The mistake traders make is develop a relationship with the stocks they're watching. They're rooting for them. They feel personally offended when one rips and they weren't in it. And that feeling is what makes them chase the next move. But here's the reframe. Right now, there's thousands of setups forming across the entire market. Not one of them is special. There will always be another one. The trader who understands that, really understands it, will never chase again. Rule 10, last one. The traders who make the most money over time are not the one who nailed the big call or caught the 500% winner. They're the one who showed up every single day, ran the same process, took the same quality setups, and let the math do the work for them over hundreds of trades. My system wins 35% of the time. That sounds low. But with a 3.5 to 1 risk-reward ratio and a strict 1% risk per trade, that compounds into serious money over time. So the math works. But you need to execute it consistently. You don't need to be right most of the time, but you need to be disciplined all the time. That's the whole game. Run the process, trust the math, and don't get in your own way. So those are the 10 rules. And look, knowing them and actually following them are two completely different things. I still catch myself breaking some of these sometimes. It's a process, it's normal. But the months where I stuck to all 10 of these, those are my best months, every single time. If you want to go deeper on any of these, I got a detailed video about any single one of these rules. Everything is already uploaded on this channel, so you can start right away. And if you really want to take your trading to the next level, I'll put my Discord link in the description where you can also access all my strategies and tools. That being said, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. It'll be my pleasure to help you out. But as always, lock in, stay disciplined, and I'll see you in the next one.